Good morning. It says in Hebrews 13:14, here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. That has something to do with the handle that I've chosen for YouTube of not my city. And this is not my city, nor my wife's, and hopefully my son's. We do seek one to come. That is the New Jerusalem spoken of in the book of Revelation. Anyway, good morning again. Just sharing, I guess, some random thoughts I've been having of late with current events, world events, national events, economic issues nationwide. Most of us are aware of the economy and the ramifications of the loss of jobs, the loss of the manufacturing network in this country, countless jobs sent overseas, and a host of other issues troubling this once very strong nation of ours. And I've come to the decision that I guess about the past year or so I've been spending too much time focusing on learning about the problems, and by way of comparison, not enough time focusing on solutions. Although, by God's grace and through His wisdom, we have been chipping away at solutions to try and have some backup plans in the event that things go south very quickly. See, the date is Wednesday, August 25th, and I've been thinking really for the whole month of August that I need to focus much more time on solutions, prepping, whether it's physical preparation, mental preparation, spiritual preparation, all of the above. And as far as the prepper community is concerned, it goes way beyond food storage and supply storage, and of course we all talk about the means to defend the food storage and the supply storage in our loved ones, in keeping with our God-given right of self-defense as protected, not guaranteed or not granted, as protected by the Second Amendment to our United States Constitution. I'd like to challenge all other preppers out there that we network together and focus more on the preparation aspect. Spend more time in the solution. We're all aware, or most of us are, of the problems plaguing this nation, plaguing the world in general. And Proverbs chapter 6 talks about the ant, using the ant as an example, and how the ant, having no captain to rule over her, provides her food for the harvest, or I think other translations say for the winter. The idea being that there is a winter coming, literally and of course metaphorically. There is a winter coming. Society moves in cycles, and at this point, if you have some wisdom, if you have eyes to see, you know that the cycle coming upon this nation and the so-called civilized world in general doesn't look so good. I mean, we have the huge bankers in large part to thank for that. I'm not going to go into that, but well, we know how we've gotten there. Now the question is, how do we protect our loved ones, and how do we help to protect our communities from the coming collapse? Will it be in the next few months, the next few years, or the next few decades? Only God knows for sure. Our government can only continue the smoke and mirror game for so long until the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. We all know that. So I'd like to challenge, first of all, myself, and then all my fellow truthers and preppers out there, to take the needed action. It's all got to flow from love. And for those of you like us who believe in the Holy Scriptures, just read about what love is, or it's called charity in the King James Version. First thing, love or charity, or one of the most notable characteristics of love and true charity is that charity and love do not seek their own. And I need to remind myself of that every day. There are so many distractions. The flesh, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, it says in the Scripture. Don't ask me to cite a chapter and verse. I've had quite a few setbacks physically in the past year. I had a pretty significant motorcycle crash where somebody turned in front of me, for those of you who don't know, and I had some pretty extensive injuries that I'm still rehabbing on my own now. I'm determined by God's strength and through lots of exercise and good nutrition to overcome these injuries as much as I can. Not the least of which is a crushed leg that I'm still trying to rehab back to hopefully 100%. The next few videos that I put up are going to be about focusing on what I see are solutions for my family and myself. And to the next step, ways that we can help out our community. As far as trying to, quote, wake people up, I'm not going to waste any time on that anymore. If I see somebody has a certain sense of intuition to where they're starting to wake up, then by all means I'll give them a cup of coffee and I'll help them increase their alertness. But if I see, it talks about in Proverbs, a sluggard turning on his bed like a door turns on his hinges. There are some people that they're just content to just stay in bed, hit that snooze alarm 20 times, or maybe indefinitely, I don't know. They're not my problem. They're not your problem either. Don't waste your time on these people. That's one of my highest exhortations for this video. Please don't waste your time trying to wake people out of a coma. It wastes your time and it wastes their time. Focus rather on what you can do for yourself, for your family, for your extended family, for your community, pretty much in that order. Let it all flow out of love. If you're in debt, please get out of debt. And if you're out of debt, then just focus on the essentials. Living below your means. Saving when and where you can. Cut costs. If you're frugal, become more frugal. There's always ways to trim a little something here, trim a little something there. And of course, the longer you're doing it, the more you have to be creative in seeing how you're going to do that. But, excuse me, I'm friends with a lot of smart, intelligent, and well-meaning people. And my next several videos and postings in my social networks are all going to be about focusing on the solution. As far as spending time watching or spending too much time seeing the problems, I'm thankful for people like Alex Jones, because his staff come up with a lot of good information. But that man is just too deep into the problem, and he doesn't spend nearly enough time talking about solutions. So I'm going to minimize my contact with people like him, and obviously still try and use them to forecast what's coming as much as possible. But by way of comparison, folks, let's spend more time in the solution. Food storage, supply storage, first aid supplies, shelter, appropriate bug-out bags as you see fit, and backup plans. And of course a means to defend them all, especially your loved ones. So I hope that helps somebody today. If it helped one person, then it was worth taking the 9 or 10 minutes to make this little vid. And thank you for listening. Everybody have a blessed day. Be good to your fellow man, and take care.